Hey, my name's Katie. In this video, I'm going to share with you what my 16-year-old daughter is going to be doing for her 12th grade homeschool year. This year is going to be a little bit different than all of our other homeschool high school years, just because this is kind of like the wrapping up year. She is only 16, and so she started getting her high school credits early, and she's really gotten most of the bulk of her credits done. So she's completed all of her English credits, all of her science credits, and all of her history credits. She really just needs to kind of wrap up on a couple things. And then also we're going to be using it this year to transition her into working and volunteering and doing more stuff to prepare her for adult life. One of the benefits of homeschooling in high school is just the flexibility of being able to get credits towards the beginning of the high school years. So the second half or the end of high school can really be for transitioning to college adult life. So every state's requirements are different as far as what your high school graduation requirements are or your transcript requirements are. We have lived in both Tennessee and Florida during our homeschooling high school years, and neither one of those states have any transcript requirements. We still, however, decided to somewhat follow a public school type transcript as far as like getting English credits and math credits and history credits, just because she does plan on going to college after she graduates. So we wanted to make sure that her transcript looked somewhat like what other kids applying to that college would look like, but her electives are a little bit different and unique and personalized to her. Her main classes and like the literature she took and stuff like that is also personalized to what she enjoys doing. And in a future video, I might sit down and go over what her entire high school transcript looked like if you guys are interested in that. So with all that in mind, the credits that she's going to be working on this year is going to be pre-calculus, economics, US government, American Sign Language 1 and 2, because she hasn't taken any sort of language yet, driver's education, and introduction to chemistry and physics. Like I said, she's already taken the 3 science classes that she needed to on her transcript, including 2 with a lab. However, she did not take physics or chemistry, and before she goes to college, she would like to have a little bit more knowledge on those. So she's just going to do half a credit in each of those, which is basically going to be watching crash course videos and probably a couple extra things just to cement her knowledge in those areas. But those classes aren't going to be enough to be like a full credit. So first I'm going to go over the stuff that she's doing online, and then I'll flip the camera over and show you all the physical stuff she's going to be doing. We are secular homeschoolers, so all of our resources are secular, and we also affordability is important, so everything is also very low cost and affordable for our family. So for math, she's going to be doing pre-calculus, and she's going to be using teaching textbooks. We've used that for the last 2 years. She's doing Algebra 2 with teaching textbooks now, and she's really enjoyed it. And then, so this next year, she's going to be doing pre-calculus, which is the highest level available on teaching textbooks. It is an online only program, and I can't remember the price right now, but I will write it down below here. But it's very affordable for the full year program. Before we did teaching textbooks, we went through and she did the entire Learn Math Fast program, which we really liked. I will also link that down below. I did a video kind of going over it a long time ago, but I think I might do another video on Learn Math Fast because it is a really good program for older kids to do. For American Sign Language, she is going to be using a website called LifePrint, also linked below, and it is highly recommended among the deaf community to help people who are hearing and don't know anything about sign language learn sign language. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough for 2 full high school credits, but we're going to start it and see. It does seem to be very detailed and thorough and good. So if we need to add something to that, we will. But for now, we're just going to work on her going through that entire program. And that is free, which is definitely affordable. Then for science, which is just kind of like elective classes, she'll be doing physics and chemistry through Crash Course, which that is also free. And then the other thing she's doing is going to be driver's ed, which she is just about to be turning 16. So she is working right now on getting her driver's permit, studying for all of that. So we're going to be working on driving this year. She also is planning on getting her first job, and then is also going to be doing a lot of volunteer hours. In the state of Florida, where we are right now, they offer a scholarship for students who do well academically and then also complete 100 volunteer hours. So she's going to be working her way through those 100 volunteer hours this next year so she can qualify for the scholarship. And then now I will flip the camera over and show you what else she's doing. She is going to be doing U.S. Government and Economics, and this is through Build Your Library Level 12. And my 9th grader is going to be doing the entire Build Your Library Level 12 this year, and my 12th grader is just going to be doing the Government and Economics portion of it, because she has already done American history and her literature for her high school years, so she doesn't need to do the rest of it. But she does need to do Government and Economics, so I just kind of pulled the information from the Build Your Library curriculum and created these 2 notebooks. So she just does that portion of it. For the first half of the year, we're going to be doing U.S. Government, and then the second half of the year we'll be doing Economics. These are all of the books we'll be reading for Government. I have not purchased any of the books for Economics yet, just because we're not going to be doing that for a little while. But this is kind of the way I've set up the Government class. I just do, each lesson is like approximately a week's worth of stuff that I have pulled from Build Your Library. And I will link the Build Your Library website down below so you can go look at that whole full curriculum. It is only $59.95 for all of it, including the literature, American history, and a half credit in photography class, the lesson plans for that. So it is extremely affordable. And then I just did the same thing for Economics. She can complete all this in a week. So the other thing that she's going to be doing is a psychology course that I am putting together. She actually has already started this year, and is going to be finishing it up. I could not find a secular high school level psychology curriculum, so I am putting this together myself. And the reason why she hasn't finished it yet is because I am not done with it yet, but she's gotten through everything that I have completed so far. But this is just kind of how I have it set up in lessons. Again, each lesson is a week's worth of stuff to do, and I am using a lot of books and Crash Course videos. These are the books that I am definitely using, and then tentative books that I'm going to be putting in the curriculum. These are kind of the spines that we're reading from And then these are a couple other books. This is a spine that we've been using throughout the whole year. And then most of the other stuff we're just checking out from the library to save money. So that is it for what she's doing for her final year of high school. I think the final year of high school is going to look different for everybody and just is a great transitional period. And it's kind of an exciting time also to watch her grow into an adult and start becoming more independent and doing all of these responsible things. I'm really excited for this year. If you guys have any questions about anything that I showed you or homeschooling high school in general, just let me know and I would love to try and answer those questions. I am probably going to be doing a future video on just general homeschooling high school questions or just even my advice and tips on homeschooling high school. I think high school is one of the best times to homeschool, even though it might seem overwhelming and intimidating if you're not there yet, or even in the middle of it. It is, you know, a little bit like, oh, I'm gonna mess up, but I don't feel like I have. I think that we have done a good job and I am really excited for everything that we have done so far in our homeschool journey. I can't believe it's almost over with her, but I'm also really excited for her future. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching and I will talk to you next time.